In this video I am driving a Nissan Elgrand Highway Star. It's got a 3.5 litre V6 engine, automatic transmission, four-wheel drive, and it weighs 2.5 tons. So if you're after economy, this may not be the one for you. We're also having a slight issue because this is hub nut. The battery seemed to go flat on it, so I'm leaving it running so it doesn't conk out on me. Quality. That's the hub nut way. So you'll have to live with it gently humming away in the background. But yes, this is JDM, Japanese domestic market, Nissan Elgrand. Now many of them have been imported to the UK and New Zealand, Australia. You've got this funky mirror that gives you some sort of clue as to where the front wheel is from the driver's seat. And we got all-round view sensors, indicators there, wind deflectors. It's all so very Japanese. What does that say? Please let me know. But very reflective. So hi there on the sides, and then we come around the back. Some really interesting styling. The Japanese really do know how to make a minivan interesting. So we've got lights down here, lights up there, the wipers up the top of the screen. See what space we got in the back, eh? Not much, just room for a tiny little fridge. These seats will fold down and up against the side and sort of hang up, but yeah, it is a 6-seater in this configuration. We'll get the side doors open as well, but yeah, socket in the back, perfect for your mini fridge. And it's got a tow bar attachment by the look of it, but I'm not sure that's UK spec. Oh, and it latches beautifully, so you haven't got to slam it. Let's look at the in the rear. I don't have to open the door. It can have even more weight by doing that. And then we've got the rear seats, and the rear seats and the cubby all run on these track systems. Not very easy to get in and out of the car, unfortunately. They're rather fixed in place. But you've even got this, so you can have full-on lounging on these comfortable seats, armrests on the seats. I'm going to hop aboard and see what it's like. Yeah, these seats are, you can recline in them. You can turn it all into a bed if you fancy, a rather uneven bed. You have to put a mattress on the top. I'm not sure what this is, because it doesn't seem to want to stay there, so it's no good as a footrest. This is a footrest though, and you flip it up when not needed. Does this one lock up? Is there something I'm missing? And you'll note this button here as well. You can swivel these seats so you can have conference seating. Should we give that a go? I'll have to open the other door. There it goes. And now if I pull that, I should be able to rotate the seat. There it goes. So if we slide it forward, you can rotate the seat. So it all promises to be spectacularly practical and somehow isn't quite as smooth as you'd like to be. This cubby slides forward and it can go all the way up the front, so it's reachable in the front. It's got storage in the back here. There's cup holders there. This can go up to be an extra little seat, but without a seat belt, I think. Oh no, look, it's got a seat belt built in. It's actually got a tiny little seat belt wedged in the back. So technically, it could be a 7-seater. But then, yeah, you can move it forward. There's storage in the back here as well. I'll find out how to get in. There we go. There's more cup holders, so you can store stuff in there. And I don't know what that is. Oh, that's just another way of getting to the front and rear moving controls. And then you got extra storage there as well. So that's all very smart. Pockets in the back of the seat. We even got a telly. And that requires its own remote control, of course. Let's see if I can turn it on. Yep, there we go. No device powering at the moment, but yeah, everyone can watch that, but not the driver. Just above the mirror, that is the rear aircon. It has a completely separate rear aircon system, and obviously it has a remote for that as well. And it says sunroof, but it doesn't have a sunroof. Curious. So yeah, you can control the rear aircon entirely separately, completely separate system here in the back. I'm going to put the remote controls back so they don't go missing. I bet they always go missing. I bet so many people lose them. but very clever. In the back of the seats they go. Very tinted in here, very dark, and if I shut the door, it only gets even darker. But in the back here we've got more storage and more remote controls. Okay, and we can also do this. We can pop open the rear. Why you'd need to, I don't know. It's a very unusual angle. I'm not used to this angle. But you can do that as well. I don't know if you can control the curtains from the back. Given children are a menace, probably not. But I've just noticed this beautiful light. Look at that. That's the most beautiful interior light I've ever seen. And there's ports down here as well, so you can plug in your AV nonsense. There is a lot going on. But yeah, 2 full fat seats in the back as well. Look very, very comfortable. And I might just have a snooze. It's been a long day, folks. Right, curtains. Are you ready? Yeah, they're that quick. Blink and you miss it. You can curtain yourself in if you've got a bit of privacy, if you're going down the road, or if you're sleeping in it. Fascinating. How do I open them all again? I cannot get over how quick they are, but I've actually been in a Nissan Homey, which came before the Elgrand and was more based on a van. This is kind of its own bespoke platform, really. The initial M50 Elgrand, a bit more truckish, and you can get it with a 2.7 litre diesel engine. But these, you either have a 2.5 V6 or a 3.5 V6. Let's go and have a look at it. Here we go. The VQ 35 V6 engine, or the 2.5 if you couldn't quite stretch to the 3.5. And it's a 240-ish brake horsepower, I think. Same engine in my Renault Vel Satis, and they also used it in the 4th Gen Spas. And must be an interesting thing to work on. It's all a bit tight in there for my liking, but this huge grille on the front, which has got something a bit weird going on, and the massive headlamps. So here in the front, those are for the rearmost windows. No middle window opening, it doesn't happen. Obviously we've got fully electric in the front as well. These massive door mirrors really help with visibility in just a way the wind deflectors never do. But the Japanese love a wind deflector. Cruise control over here, mirrors and door controls there, and that is your active headlamps. I presume that's for the mandatory fog light that they don't have in Japan. Keyless start, 2-pedal drive, and a foot operated parking brake. And on the dash we got a display to show what mode we're in. So if we put it in 2-wheel drive, it becomes rear wheel drive, and that's your automatic 4-wheel drive. And you can lock the center diff as well using the buttons here, right above the gear selector, which has a Tiptronic function there. It's got a stereo, and it's had the screen unlocked. The 3rd generation of M51 Elgrand, you can get the screen unlocked, so it'll actually show in English. On the first 2, you're stuck with Japanese. This is an additional Android Auto screen that the owner has fitted. So all the climate controls going on, all this gubbins as well, I've no idea. The sat nav, unfortunately, factory sat nav, is JDM only, and doesn't do any other markets. Indicators? That sounds like a proper indicator noise. And otherwise the stalks are pure Renault, just the other way around. We have indicators right, because that is the Japanese way. Here's your cruise control stalk sprouting out of the dashboard, and it looks like it's got a couple of memory speeds you can set as well. That's a good idea. So you can just have the speed set. We've got USBs plugged into the 12-volt power outlet over here. We've got a glove box there of reasonable size. There's some storage down here for your DVDs. Heated seats, very obviously. And cup holders and a little ashtray in there. You can even load stuff in with a compact flash card. And oh yeah, more storage down there as well, so little storage bins, little bits in the doors too. There's a lot going on. Oh, and this, you can pull the screen towards yourself if you feel the need, but that just seems to make it pick up more reflections from outside, so it makes it harder to see. I'm not quite sure what the point of that is, so we'll just leave that there. All the dash vents, we've got 3 over there, we've got one there, and then you've got vents in the roof variously for the rear aircon as well. So there's an awful lot going on. And you'll note, if I move the mount out of the way, just how enormous these seats are. Big beefy leather seats. It's like having a Chesterfield in your MPV. Japanese don't do MPVs by halves, that's for sure. But should we get on with some driving impressions? We'll just do a windscreen wiper test. And as I'd expect for a Nissan, good overlap, no triangular doom. It's a good wiping performance, I would say. And I've always wanted to do a rear wiper, but it's a little harder to film because it's quite dark back there. Oh, there we go. And there's a screen wash, twin jets. But you'll see the problem is that the wiper... Oh, why have you stopped over there, wiper? Oh, I see. I think that's dribble avoidance. Yes. So it stops at that angle, lets the screen wash dribble off to the side and then parks up. That's very swish. Yeah, like that. That's a good wiping performance as well. Right, should we drive the blooming thing? Let's get on with it. Right then, let's go for a drive. Incidentally, put it in reverse. It isn't an all-round camera, but it does give you a view down to the side, so you can see if there's anything right next to you, and obviously reverse as well. It's a bit low res, but remember this was 2009. This generation of Elgrand came out in 2002 and was replaced by a 3rd generation model in 2010. So on we go. Ooh, gathers pace rather nicely. It's not stupid quick because it's 2.5 tons, but it does actually gather pace nicely. But it's no GTR. The steering is so light and devoid of feel because so I'm just going to reverse into this space to let someone past. Yeah, that's the Japanese way. They like it really light, and ease of drive is the most important thing. They don't want a sports car in an MPV, which I kind of get. Oh, it's still got nice alloys and stuff. It seems a bit strange. Let's go this way. Tiny roads in a massive MPV. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does what it sets out to do. It is smooth and refined. A fair bit of road noise as you go along, but nothing too untoward really, and with all the entertainment on offer, no problem to drown it out. The big problem, as you can expect, is fuel economy. The owner struggles to get 20 mpg out of it, and I remember driving the Nissan Stagia, which also has the same engine, the VQ35, and the owner of that said it was not good on fuel, which is all the more surprising that I managed to get 35 mpg with the same engine in a Renault Vel Satis, which is no small car. That was cruising at 60 miles an hour around the hills of Wales, nowhere near that. But yeah, it feels unremarkable but easy to drive, which is kind of what you expect. It's a big Nissan. Oh no, my Android screen started coming loose. This is going so hubnut, this test. But yeah, even those gravel down, you can accelerate hard from a standstill, no wheel spin, because it's 4-wheel drive. If the back is starting to struggle, it just sends the drive to the front. I don't want to go towards Hereford because Hereford is just awful. It is traffic jam central. And because we're in Herefordshire, the roads are also really bad. I feel bad that this has come unstuck. We'll just put it there like that, it's fine. I think I'm going to have to do away with the Android screen. Sorry, Phil. I blame the van, because it was when I had to brake for the van, that's when it kind of started moving around. So it's not really my fault, is what I'm saying. Honest, Phil. Sorry. The ride isn't superb, but these are particularly bad roads. You can definitely hear the suspension working. It's making more noise than jolting me around, but yes, a lot of weight. So you put your foot down to kick down, it doesn't really accelerate. I do love Japanese stuff though. It's just wonderfully oddball, and I'm not sure what the target market was for these cars in Japan, but obviously they've become very popular over here, especially as MPVs have rather died a death. The Espace isn't sold here at all anymore, and everyone wants an SUV, but an SUV can't offer the practicality of a big box on wheels. It's just simple physics. There are talks that maybe the MPV is going to make a comeback, and rightly so, but Japan has always been very well catered for with MPVs. It's just that they don't sell them in the UK anymore until they get bought in by someone else as grey imports a bit further down the line. Incidentally, to import a Japanese car, it's a lot easier if it's over 10 years old, then it only needs a fog lamp. My gosh, I can see Daihatsu 4-tracks while we're talking. Loads of them, loads of 4-tracks, and a transit van. Wow. There's some Welsh farmer would happily take those off their hands, I suspect. And yeah, I just don't really get it. Why don't Europeans want MPVs anymore? I know people are having less children generally, but some people definitely still have children. I see children about. It's not actually too bad on the bends. I mean, it's definitely no sports car. Pigeon! Urgh. But yeah, it goes around the bends, I would say, a fair bit better than my old Honda SMX did. The steering, once you get to this sort of speed, does weight up a bit, but you still don't really know what's going on. It's not like there's feedback coming back at you. National speed limit, 60 miles an hour on these roads. It is a nice sounding engine, I will say that. The Vel Satis sounds very nice as well, and it will rev very high. Red line starts at 6,500 revs. But why you need an engine that revs that high in a people carrier, I'm not too sure. So there we are, folks. It's still running. It's all good. We're charging that battery back up. But a lovely colour, by the way. It's metallic purple. Absolutely love it with these sort of contrasting alloys. Very nice indeed. They're 17 inches. They look absolutely tiny, which tells you how big this thing is. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. It's a lovely, lovely vehicle, even if it's more at home in Japan than with the old rustic England here. But yeah, I can fully see what the appeal is. Very, very interesting. So huge thanks to Phil for letting me drive this vehicle, and welcome to Herefordshire, because he now lives here. Previously driven his Renault Alpine, Smart and Senator back when he lived elsewhere. But yeah, I like it a lot. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in a future video. Farewell. You can in a Nissan. How pretty are those? So brake lights, fog light in one of the reverse lights, so that's your reverse light on the other side, and then you got the tail lights in this panel along here. Love it.